Hello everyone, welcome to Mercury in the 4th house of your chart. This video is good for you if Mercury is placed 4 houses away from your ascendant or indeed from your moon sign. It's also good for a Western chart. Just make sure you have equal house or sign for a house system. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below and let's begin. So what is the 4th house in your chart, everyone? The 4th house is a house of home. It's a house of your country of origin. It's a house of your early family upbringing, and therefore specifically it represents the mother. Mothering which you received, your close bond to your mother or not is shown here. This is a house of inner happiness and security. It's actually where your heart lies. So what gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling that makes you feel secure? It's all found in the 4th house of your chart. This is also property interests, landed interests, cars, vehicles, luxuries in your home, and it also represents old age and the end of life. And who is Mercury? Mercury in the Vedic system is known as Buddha. He is a son of Tara, but she was the wife of Jupiter, and she had an affair with Chandra, the moon. This was, however, described as a rape in actuality, and coming about outside of marriage in this difficult way, he had to use all of his charm and his wit and his beauty to get into the good books of his stepfather, Jupiter. But Jupiter was kind to Mercury and gave him the most incredible knowledge of how to actually make things work in this material realm. Particularly, he gave him rulership over the earth element, including plants and nature. Mercury rules adaptability, travel, business, money dealings, the rational mind, intelligence, learning, dexterity, and memory itself. Mercury has supreme organization skills. He rules language and all communication, both written and spoken. He is a karaka for friends in our chart and also for the sister. So what happens when Mercury, the eternal adolescence, has gone into the 4th house of your chart? Well, it can go either way. It can be useful to you or a little bit destructive to you. It's a strange placement, Mercury in the 4th house. But the most important factor you must know is what is a sign of Mercury. Mercury is eternally adaptable. He can only give the results of the sign in which he is placed. Please check out Mercury Karma's All Signs. I will put below the video and again at the end. So what's so tricky about Mercury in the 4th house of the chart? Well, it's a Madhukasthana or weak position of Mercury. It's not just Mercury in the 7th house, but the 4th house is also Madhukasthana. In addition, Moon is a natural karaka for the 4th house and Mercury is enemy to the Moon. So Mercury is not settled or at peace in this house. So very often throughout life, depending on sign and other planets involved, there's a certain instability in the home life. This can start early on in life, where there's a big move or change in your domestic environment in your childhood. This will obviously affect the relationship with the mother, and this can be positive or negative according to the sign. The mother can be quite unusual in some way with this Mercury. She can be very witty, very intelligent, have a great know-how about how to do things in the world. She can pass on to you many skills, much knowledge, which is of use to you all of your life. You do not forget what your mother said virtually ever. However, Mercury himself is not a nurturing planet, so there would need to be other planets involved to help you get that nurturing, very close emotional bond to the mother. She's more like a friend, a sort of mentor to you in some ways, shown by this Mercury, which can be very helpful. But afflicted Mercury, there can be many arguments, many disagreements, many issues actually with your mother throughout life and even with your family of origin. On the positive side, Mercury 4th house gives an innate intelligence. Your intelligence is actually genetic on your DNA code. It's coming down, maybe also from the mother's line. That can be seen. What about your home environment later in life? Again, it depends on the sign and aspects, but Mercury will definitely give a restlessness. Very often you can have more than one home at one time even, or you can be always moving home. I've seen people with this Mercury 4th house have many domestic moves or changes of home environment in their lifetime. Despite this restlessness, there's very strong memories of your early home and early life environment. So very often you're always going back there, going back to the place of your childhood. There's a very strong attachment to that time and place in your life. Now, Mercury rules dexterity, so very often you can have skills in home improvements, DIY, decorating, all of these things. You love to be doing that. Mercury is nature, plants, so very often you can have plants in your home, and you definitely love to have a garden. Mercury rules friendship, so you can have friends come to stay with you virtually all through your life, and you like to stay with friends also. Mercury rules the natural sixth house, Virgo, so you love to have pets also in your domestic environment. Mercury strong by sign, well aspected here. You can get a great early education. You learn so well. Even your home is a sort of learning environment. You love to be sitting at home, reading a book, learning, studying, all of these things. And Mercury, I found, likes to have a desk at home, either early in life or later in life for even business work factors. You like to have your own study or workplace at home. The seventh aspect of Mercury shows what Mercury desires. It's on the 10th house. You desire to have a name for yourself, to be known for your knowledge. Mercury is knowledge, to be known for your learning. Very often, work environment is in education, maybe teaching, or is in some definite skill-based area. Mercury also is the karaka for business, so going into business is definitely helped by this aspect to the 10th house. Now, with the karaka Mercury for business in the 4th house, naturally some of you work from home and run a business from home at some point in your life. But equally, Mercury aspecting 10th house, you like a home from home in your workplace, in your office. You like to feel comfortable there. And actually, you can find many friends, because Mercury rules friends, in your 10th house, in your work environment, who can stay with you for a long time in your life. When there are malefics with Mercury, 4th house, and especially in the 10th house aspecting Mercury, there can be instability in the career, changing jobs very often, a real restlessness, and this can hinder promotion and that upward spiral. But Mercury is eminently adaptable. So the good factor of Mercury aspecting 10th house is that you can skill yourself up even late in life for a complete career change. You're never out of some work possibility. You're never really stuck. You're always finding a new opening career-wise. On your screen right now, check out the karmas of Mercury by sign and also the meaning of a retrograde Mercury. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. Goodbye for now, and God bless everyone.